Hey guys, okay, sorry if I look really tired. I'm gonna be doing the Taylor Swift curls. I did one before with my flat iron, but in all actuality, it didn't really look like it. So I'm gonna try to do it to actually make it look like her curls. I got a request for it, but actually was gonna do it anyways. So all you really need is a small curling iron. This is from beautychoice.com. It's a 1/2 inch one. I won it in my prize from winning the Halloween contest. But yeah, this is pretty much it. Is it the 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch? I actually don't remember, but it's really, really small. If you don't have a small one, best thing I can just suggest is taking whatever curling iron you have and take very, very small like strands. They will come looser, it won't be as tight, but there will be somewhat thin curls. But yeah, so first thing I'm going to do is spray a heat protectant because I am using a curling iron in my entire head. So I'm using Chi Iron Guard, which is thermal protection spray. And I'm going to make sure I spray it everywhere. You're going to let that set for a bit. Kind of let that dry out. And then you're just going to brush through your hair. That's because when using the Chi Iron Guard, it tends to get kind of sticky and kind of clump up your hair a bit. So what I'm going to do is just section my hair off first. I'm going to get a good smallish layer at the bottom. This hairstyle may take a while because it takes a lot of curling because her curls are so small. Okay, the way I'm going to curl it, I just find it easier when using this kind of curling iron. This curling iron is awesome, it's just the clamp kind of sucks. So I have to do it a different method. So I'm just going to grab a section, maybe about this big, flip it upside down, and just wrap it around. It's like using the Enzo Milano, just this has a clamp on it. Okay. Oops. Shoot. Ooh. And as you see, I held it for like a couple seconds and it already curled. This curling iron is amazing. It's just I find it hard to use sometimes. And the fact that it's so small, that's why I don't tend to use it so a lot because I don't curl my hair that small. So you can get something like this. Love this curling iron because the curls stay for a really long time. But yeah, say if you don't have this curling iron where you're gonna need some extra hold. I'm just gonna grab the rest of the section which I'm gonna curl. I'm taking this Tresemme 24 Body Sculpting Spray Gel. I like this because I like spraying some kind of like texturizing thing. That's not exactly hairspray because hairspray doesn't always work. Mousse is kind of thick and using a gel is thick. So this is kind of like a very thin gel. So try to find liquid versions of gel or mousses. And you can really curl this in any direction, especially when starting off at the bottom. And try not to burn yourself. You don't even have to hold in for too long. But as you see, since I do it that way without using the clamp, it does get a bit frizzy, but I'll show you how you can tame that down afterwards. So I'm just curling them in different directions. I always say it, and what I just mean is that the way you wrap it around. So the way I'm wrapping it around like this, the curl is curling away from my face. Oops. Shoot, I keep on letting go. That's good enough. So that's what you're going to have. And you're going to do that for the entire bottom section. I'm gonna start the camera again when I get to around here. That's where the layers fall in front of my face, and I'll show you how you can do that. So after, say, you curl a section like this, you can hairspray it. And I'm just using this finishing spray from Tresemme. It's a 24 Body finishing spray. Okay. And I'm gonna keep on going, and I'll come back. Okay, as you see, I've curled a lot of my hair. Sorry, I can't talk. And what I have straight left is just my little layers, just tied up like this. So what I'm going to show you now is that once you start getting towards the top, that's the hair that you see curled the most. I mean, like, most visible. So this part right here, everything now you're going to start curling away from your face. So you're placing the curling iron behind your hair and wrapping it around. Like that. So even your bangs, oops, If your bangs are short, I would suggest not trying to do it with a curling iron because you may burn yourself. If anything, pull out a flat iron and just do this with a flat iron. And I might show that later just for this part. So I have my spray gel already just sprayed in. Remember, you're curling away from your face. And I think the reason why this one's curling so quickly because I do have it on a high setting. It's fine to put it on a high setting as long as you don't keep your hair in for too long. It will damage it and it'll make it super duper curly. And like the reason why, since this iron is so small, we don't have to hold it in for too long. If you do have a bigger iron, I would suggest to hold it in a bit longer just because it'll give you a tighter curl. That's what it looks like so far. Make sure to check the back for any straight ends. Just letting down my top layers, which I do have a lot of. And usually I don't curl my top layers, but her hair is extremely curly, so I am going to curl it. So you're just going to be careful and don't curl all the way to the root. Maybe stop 2-3 inches from the root. So. I'm just spraying the spray gel. Ooh, almost dropped it. Into my hair. And just comb use your fingers, just comb through it. Make sure it's not tangly because it is sticky and it will clump your hair together. So these ones you're still curling away from the face. Since my layers are so short, I'm going to be taking bigger sections because smaller sections would look a bit weird. Just like that, and you're just gonna run your fingers through just to combine it together. And I have a straight part right here. So if anything, go back and look for straight sections, because that's like the last thing you really want. And we're gonna fix everything and make it look more like it afterwards. So I'm just showing you, if you have short layers like mine, how you would curl it. I think either way, even if your layers were long at the top, still go only 2-3 sections away from the root. Don't curl it all the way, because then it'll be like really, really super duper curly. Unless you want that look, of course. It's up to you. And you're gonna keep on doing that to the rest of your hair. And then I'm gonna see how the bangs are gonna work, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I finished curling this side. Since I do have all these short layers, I'm gonna show you a trick. Say if you have short layers, since like right here I couldn't curl the ends because I couldn't get a good grip of it, I plugged in my flat iron. Oops. You're gonna grab the section and be careful not to burn yourself. Oh gosh. Ugh. Sorry, I'm like failing at this. And you're just gonna curl the ends by turning it. You're going to find other sections that do that and just curl it the same direction that you curled the top part. It's going to be like this, and if you see that it starts to stick out, just take your hand and just go like that to re-curl it in, and it'll push it into the other curls. And for your bangs, I think I'm going to curl them with the curling iron, and you're going to be curling them again away from your face to kind of make it look like you don't have bangs anymore. So since my bangs are thick, I split it into two sections. It's gonna look like that. And this part I'm actually going to use with the flat iron. Just like that. And you're just going to pull them back into your hair. I'm going to take my finishing spray. Just go over it one last time. You're going to want to make sure the curls all cool down. But yeah, this curling iron works really well. The curls, I know you can feel them, they're going to stay in. Especially since I used the spray gel. So I suggest when curling your hair, a lot of people put in hairspray, then curl it, then put in more hairspray. I suggest using some kind of like liquid gel, liquid mousse, something like that. and then putting finishing spray afterwards, or after you're done the entire section. Just like that. It's a little bit frizzy, so I'm just going to tame it down a bit. Just don't know with what yet. Okay, I'm just going to use this Gotta Be Dazzling Shine Spray. It's a defrizz spray. Shine serums work. You can use Cheese Silk Infusion. That might be a bit too heavy. BioSilk Silk Therapy. But I just want to use a spray because it's really light. And I think Got To Be is a Canadian hair brand. And if you think the curls look a bit too formally curled like that, like it looks too much like ringlets, softly run your hands through it. Like I don't have too many of those, but I'm just gonna do that. Another way to help it to do that and not make it frizz, I do suggest using like some kind of serum, like something kind of thick like that. Cheese Silk Infusion, again BioSilk. They have some drugstore ones. And just run your hands through it. I'll soften the curls and defrizz it. So you don't have to use the shine spray and this. This is just if your hair looks too formal. And I'm also running it through my bangs just to soften it up. And make sure to check the back, make sure there's no straight parts, and that the back is okay. And that's pretty much it. This is your Taylor Swift inspired curls. It would look, I don't know, her hair is structured differently. Like my hair looks really voluminous here because of my layers. And her hair does look a lot longer when it's curled. Like her hair curled is like at least down to here. So so I'm going to be doing a couple of hairdos with this kind of curls. So every time you see those hairstyles, just look back to this video. So, yep, thanks for watching and bye!